What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment, IG, TikTok about the video, and we're just gonna hop right into it. So today we will be talking more basketball content, but not the actual on-court shit, cause Malik Beasley is out here wilding again, actually. So Malik, to start with, Malik Beasley. The reason I say he's wilding again, because if y'all don't remember, Malik Beasley had to serve time while he was in the NBA for pointing a rifle at his family member. So he had to serve 78 days out of a 120-day sentence. 78 days is a little bit over 2 months, but something you shouldn't be doing as an NBA player, period. But life happens. So we thought Malik Beasley had got over that shit. He had I guess I'll call it a career year last year. He had a great year. Because we really expected a lot more from his other teams, and he hasn't really performed to the level that we thought, but he did definitely perform to the level we thought with the Pistons, and was going to get a raise because he actually he was on a 1 year $6 million last year. He was actually going to get a $8 million a year raise with the 3 year $42 million, but that's on pause right now because this nigga is now under federal investigation for gambling and information regarding Beasley's finance. He's under federal This nigga's under federal investigation for gambling. So, before I get too deep into this, they're not exactly saying why he is under investigation for gambling. If it's due to, because if you do remember, Terry Rozier, and they, in the light of this, they actually have cleared Terry Rozier's name. Terry Rozier's names came from him having some like weird ass bets put on him, like I think it was a March 24th game against the Hornets. So that was the reason they started investigating Terry Rozier, but they didn't have cleared Terry Rozier. And niggas on Twitter, on the internet, just run with shit. So they start posting all weird ass clips of him having bad plays and like, damn, he must have been doing it here, there, and there, like Jonte Porter was. But Terry Rozier has been cleared. Malik Beasley is now, like I said, I don't know if this is like Terry Rozier, where they found some weird shit going on and they was like, you know what, let me do this let's go look into that this bet or something, or they looked into his finances. So his finances have become the light, and what they are saying is one, a barbershop and a dentist. Yeah, so they were all saying that he basically owes them money. So he has seemed like a long track list of owing niggas money and lending business. It says he lent money for both businesses in 2024. So they said first, Cairo Cuts lent Beasley $15,000 on March 23rd, 2024. On April 2nd, Cairo Cuts lent Beasley $1,000, and on April 3rd, lent him another $4,000. On April 11th, Beasley provided a loan agreement and a promissory note of $30,000 to Delicate Smiles, and the company provided a $20,000 advance to Beasley. Then on April 24th, Delicate Smiles gave a $10,000 advance to Beasley. On April 30th, Cairo Cuts lent Beasley $1,000. The next day, Cairo Cuts lent Beasley $9,000, and he gave the company another loan agreement and promissory note for $30,000. Then on May 3rd, Delicate Smiles lent Beasley $1,000, followed by $2,000 on May 8th and $3,000 on May 12th. So, and this was what I was forgetting about. It said Beasley was sued in June by Paperclip Properties, a Detroit property manager, for non-payment of rent. And then his former agency, recently sued him in April for a breach of contract, saying Beasley did not pay back a $650,000 advance, instead sending little more than drips and drives or sporadic payments and vague promises to repay the balance over time. So, yeah. So that's why I was wondering if this, if his investigation was coming from that. Just because, nigga, you gotta think about it. You are, $6 million a year. Now, obviously, one, taxes take away 50%. But so he only seen that $3 million. But you are an NBA player, so you are making more than a pretty good amount of money. So we're wondering why you owe all these people money and things of that sort. So that's why I was wondering if that's what the investigation from. But he has made good on his name. I will say that. It says in court records obtained by the Milwaukee Journal, it says Beasley paid the barbershop and the dentist more than $60,000 on July 2nd after both businesses sued him last September for not repaying loans. So he paid exactly $26,826 to the barbershop and $34,389 to the dentist. So he has made good on his name and things of that sort. But that just makes me wonder, to begin with, is Malik Beasley just a trifling ass nigga and he was just trying to see how far he could go with these niggas before they, took action and did some of the sort. And because it became real public knowledge and he getting investigated, he was like, nigga, let me pay it. So is it that? Or is the person who is handling Malik Beasley's money, or was handling now, if he should look into that now, screwing him? Maybe that story will come out, but that could be a possibility. They're just basically saying, oh, we're going to pay, his money. We're going to take this out your money and pay him this money and things of that nature. And they won't do it, and they were stealing the money, and that's why he got behind. But shit, I guess we won't know until he tells us. But that's really all it is for today. So that's all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. ID to that bottom of the video, and we out.